28th. Here in Markham at the Bill Crothers Secondary School, the final game of the night sees William Academy taking on Vanier from Quebec. A lot of high flyers in this one as we saw them warming up. Vicious, vicious dunks. Very, very quick pace, and hopefully that spills over into the game as William Academy, formerly United Scholastic, get the first look. Sam Nuga here on the near side, number 3 with the 3 dropping to open the scoring. Jeremy Lalonde bringing it up the court. Guarded closely by Nuga. Gets it into Shinzanga Randy. Now up top, that one intercepted out on the run. Monster jam. Ifeosa Oliogu, who we had a chance to speak to earlier, coming back from the U.S. to be close to family and to make plays like that, putting William Academy on the map.
I know nobody was able to hear before the broadcast started, obviously, with these two teams, but they were both equally loud during warm-up, like cheering each other on, hyping each other up. And I get it. It's the last game of the day. They've been here. Montreal team, long drive for them, so you need to kind of hype yourselves up. And I'm hyped up for them, to be honest. They've kind of woken me up a little bit, too. But
should we get you a jersey, put you on the bench?
Yeah, put me in, coach. I'm kind of getting a bit excited now. Maybe I should go. Offer my services.
The smallest power forward to ever play the game.
There we go. I should put that on my LinkedIn profile.
How many foul outs did you have?
Oh, too many. You know, it's funny. I used to say that I was just a physical player, but physical players don't get fouled out that much. So,
Nuga from the near side again. No rebound. Dio Aliu. Lalonde almost double dribbles. Works to the middle. Looking for the roller. Kicks it to the corner. Shots up. Off the back iron. No good from Manset Lenny. The response the other way, no, short-rimmed from Genovi Cabaya. Lalonde now into the front court for Vanier. Hands it off, Ludovic Tournier. Shot well off the mark and kept alive. Head up the whole way, Tristan Darko gives it to the streaker, misses. Tournier now moving into the front court. Diving on the floor, putting the body on the line. We've got a stoppage in play. That'll be a baseline out of bounds for William Academy. Oliogu has it on the baseline. There is a little bit of a press here from Vanier. Substitution already. Sees Jason Ebinu Molis come into the game. Feet set, shots up, bottom. Tristan Darko adding to the lead. And a timeout called by Vanier. Quick timeout here, back-to-back games. 8-0 lead here for William Academy. Ifeosa Oliogu with a nice two-handed jam. Sam Nuga with a shot from deep. And Tristan Darko getting in on the fun as well. As we get set here to welcome in another guest into the broadcast booth, and we've just been rotating through guests the entire day today. It's been absolutely fun, you know, chopping things up with the players and getting a break from the play-by-play and the color commentary to get to know some of these great players in the OSBA. A couple minutes left. A couple minutes gone, sorry, in the first quarter. 2 fouls already on Vanier. And we'll throw things over to Sydney.
Coming off of what most would consider, I'm not going to say what most would consider, what everybody would consider a dominating performance, we have Royal Crown School. I'm trying to think of how I should word the first question. First of all, Chanceberry, fantastic performance from you in the game that this is the first game we'd actually would have seen from Royal Crown, the women's side. We saw the men's team play earlier. In situations like that, and JJ and I were kind of talking about it, it can be very easy for when you're the leading team to kind of fall back into more of like a laxed kind of play style. But for the entirety of the game, your bench was engaged, players on the floor were engaged. Was that something that your coaches instill, or is that really something that you guys have built up as a team and as a true culture?
Yeah, like when we're playing, we just have to like keep pushing no matter how much we're up, because we know there's gonna be games where like we're not gonna be up that much, and we're just trying to build good habits from the start.
In terms of your own particular play style, a lot of it was really running through team-based motion. I know a lot of the plays that you guys set up really fall back on rotation, but also fast break opportunities to really catch the defense out of position. Do you really find that you're more comfortable in the fast play kind of style, or would you prefer really to set up a play and kind of get that started?
Yeah, I feel like our team is like we like to play fast. We don't really like to run plays if we don't have to, because like there's no point of it. If we know we're faster than the team, we can outrun them. We'd rather just play in transition.
Chance, it feels like it was last weekend when we were spending time at the Toronto Pan Am Sports Center for the last year's championship. Is that something you're still holding on to, or have you moved past that and been able to look at the season ahead?
Of course, it's something I'm still like trying to like it's still something that I think of, but I'm lucky moving past it. Just trying to get a next one this year on the junior and the senior side.
When you look at the landscape of kind of the OSBA and a lot of the talent that has left to either go to America or move up to the collegiate level, obviously we think of the Smith twins from Jay Addison. You think of Toby Fournier. You think of Agat McKeer. She's down in the States. But you look at some of the players coming in, and a couple that stood out to me from your team today. Rachel Skulski had a great performance. Eunicia Salgado, another great performance. Queely. I didn't see Bailey, know that she's on the roster, and she was on the team last year. But what can you say about kind of the new wave of talent coming into the league and how you're able to help coach and guide them and get your teammates, your new teammates, to a level that lets you get to a championship?
I feel like we just have to learn how everybody plays, because everybody is coming from different schools and like different areas, and they're all like used to different things. So we just have to teach them how we do it at Royal Crown, and I feel like they're learning that pretty quickly, and they're starting to catch on to what we do, and they're doing good.
It was apparent to us that your squad looks, the most together at this point in the season, right? I mean, at this point, it's preseason still. Some teams still trying to figure out the rotations, figure out their, motion plays and set plays, where you guys were right into it right from the get-go, right to the very end. Very, very few lapses and turnovers. What do you attribute that to?
I feel like it's literally just us, our pride, and knowing that this team is nowhere near better than us. So we shouldn't have to let them feel that in any point of the game.
And Coach Lee had some experience this summer with the Hoop Queens League, getting some experience there and coaching more of the professional women. Has she brought any of that to your squad and your practices and get you ready for the season?
Yeah, Coach Lee's been an amazing coach. She gives us energy, and she's been teaching us a lot of because she's coached at the higher levels, so she's been helping us, progress with that.
And speaking of the higher levels, I know for yourself too, not many people can say that they have been able to represent our country, represent Team Canada. What was that experience like for yourself, and how has that play style differ from the national level and then coming back to tournaments like this?
Last year I played on the team, and it was we came second, lost to USA, but it was good. I feel like it's not much different, but it is a little bit different because the competition is different. Because last year we played in the Americas, and the competition was it wasn't good until we got to the semifinals and finals. Unfortunately, this year I got injured, but the competition was a little bit better. But I feel like it's not really different from the OSBA. Everybody plays the same way, but it's bigger names out there, so it's bigger people, bigger threats.
Quickly checking back in on this game, 14-2 now for William Academy. On the near side, Darko trying to find a teammate down low, coughed up. And Haiti Ba with it now, pushing forward. Path to the basket, kicked out. Tournier bottoms the three. Obviously, there are team goals in getting to the championship, but how about for yourself, Chance? What are some individual goals that you've set for yourself to work on throughout this season?
I feel like one of my main goals is like to get more consistent with my jump shot. I feel like if I could add like a mid-range pull-up to my bag, I'd be unstoppable because I feel like I already like can't be guarded right now. So if I have that in my bag, it's over. And you know, my next goal, just trying to get a chip on the senior side and on the junior side.
Final question I kind of have for you. It's still a bit early. I know graduation year is 2027, if I'm not mistaken, but you're at the position right now where you're still continuously getting offers. I know for most people that can kind of become overwhelming, especially the older you get, the more you have to, or you're in a position to make a decision. Is there anything that you really either say to yourself or you kind of maybe a person in your life that you can kind of rely on so that way you don't necessarily get so caught up in where you're going next, but you're able to really focus on the games that you have in front of you?
Yeah, I feel like I kind of know already, like, not to get too content. Like, I know a lot of people my age in Canada don't have offers, like, for as much as I do at least. And I feel like I take that and I just, like, I don't let it, like, get to me that, like, I have what other people don't have, but, like, I just, like, you know, use it as, like, I should be getting more because I feel like I should have more offers at my age, so. And I see, like, people, like, other people my age with as much offers as I feel like I should have, but I just have to go out there and get it.
Yeah, use it as a tool of motivation, I guess, rather than a distraction.
Yeah.
1:37 remaining in the opening quarter. We'd love to have you stay with us, do a little color commentary if you're interested. I'll walk through the play, and then when I give you the thumbs up, you just tell me what you saw, how the play developed, maybe where the error was, or, you know, who made the good read. This game moving pretty quickly, still 14-5 though. Another low-scoring first quarter. It seems that all the games this tournament so far, the team's just taking their time, finding their rhythm. William Academy traipsing up the court right now. Ball comes to the near side. Oliogu into the corner. Shot is up. Kabaya, no, short rimmed. Offensive rebound, love to get those. Second chance opportunities. Vanier. She called it from up here. The hands were moving. I thought maybe there would have been a foul, but no, the travel was called. Refs get a lot of slack, eh? It's a tough job, though.
Yeah, it is. I would never want to be a ref.
No, because you're a player. Why would you want a ref? To be a ref, you kind of got to get into it early, right? Like, you don't see players retire and then move into reffing. I think reffing is an option for maybe people who dreamt to play, but don't have the skills, don't put in the time, or have the physical attributes. Like, you know, you got to, if you're a guy, you got to be tall and big and strong. And
I find it's also a different mindset to being a ref as well. You also, like, as basketball players, I think we can kind of get away with not maybe knowing every single technical rule exactly, but as a ref, you really have to know everything.
So it's very interesting because Kobe Bryant, I don't know if you know this story about Beans, he read the rule book once so that he could find out the positioning of the referees, and he knew when he was in their blind spot, and he can get away, you know, with like an elbow or a jersey tug or something to get under the skin of his opponents. There's lots of rules, too many rules, you know, to follow, and they keep changing rules and challenges and this and that, and obviously that's at the higher level. We don't have that, you know, at the lower levels, and, you know, refs are human, right? They make mistakes.
Chance, to kind of ask you, if you were the coach for Vanier right now, currently they're down 14-5, what would be something you would specifically tell them to work on?
I'd tell them to, like, slow down. I feel like they're rushing and they're letting William speed them up. So I feel like they'd have to slow down on offense. And I feel like they should try to press defense to, like, you know, get them to slow down.
Bounce pass on the inside. Good block there. Way to stay vertical. But the second chance opportunity, and William Academy comes away with another 2 points. Full court press. Can Vanier break it? They can. Pass saved, but then given right back to William Academy. Progress. And yeah. Hudon gives it up. Oliogu now. Directing traffic. Trying to get a step on his defender. Isolation ball on the far side. Makes the move baseline. 1-2 step. That's a strong move to the basket. How do you stop that?
You can't.
There were two guys there, and he just sliced right through them. Tournier the other way, finds the back cut, two-handed jam, Diop, alley-oop. Obviously, your team chanced a lot of zone defense and a lot of movement and communication there. And when you get into that zone defense, and you're trying to, wrap your opponent's offense into doing something, maybe moving into a triangle offense, or what do you find is the biggest success coming from your zone defense?
I feel like a lot of teams, like especially a team like that, they don't really like know what to do in the zone, because a lot of teams when you're practicing, they just play man. So we usually like do that to like make them take long shots, make them force long shots, because the back of our zone is very strong, so we feel like they won't like try to force it into the bigs. So that leaves them to like take wild shots at the end of the shot clock.
Right, yeah, and they got deep into the shot clock many a times, a couple of shot clock violations there. So, great defense, great individual performance. Obviously, the team's off on a good start. We're excited to see how Royal Crown is going to perform this season in the OSBA with the new look, playing some teams that you don't often play. You get the chance to go at this season. We appreciate the time. Best of luck this season. We hope you reach your goals both individually and as a team. And again, thanks for the time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
First quarter comes to an end, 18-7. William Academy leads VANIER behind a couple of great performances. Ifeosa Oliogu is the one that I've got a star next to so far, alongside Samuel Nuga for VANIER. It looks like they got to get someone going. Ludovic Tournier, a big part of the offense there, and Diop alley-oop getting that final bucket. I think she was right. Slow down.
I was going to say, she kind of hit the nail on the head. Allow William to slow down, but also you have to press them, so that way you're forcing them to make a mistake. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you then turn around and do a fast break. No, press them, allow them to make a mistake, but then when you have the ball, sit in your offensive rotation. Give yourself time, because we've seen they have the ability. VANIER has the ability to do backdoor passes, low down they have it at their disposal. But Chance was right. They're moving so fast that they're not giving themselves time to set up.
VANIER get possession to start the second quarter. Stuck 11. Not even checking the inbounder. Ball into alley-oop. Backing down. Kicks it back out. Man set Lenny. Puts the ball to the deck, but not before shuffling his feet. That's a travel. VANIER responding with the full court press.
Maybe they hurt her.
Now into the front court. Darko gets the ball to Imafidon. Inside, big move, Trust Odia. Here's Tournier. Tournier from the corner, no, off the mark. Gets it back. Thought about the shot, now kicks it out. Lenny, far off the back rim. Foul called on Diop alley-oop.
William Academy head coach, Chris Finner, I've never seen anybody as animated as him. It's like when his team has the ball going down on offense or defense, he's like walking like fast-paced with them. Honestly, most times I mistake him for another player on the court just by how bad he's with his team at every aspect.
The quick move doesn't get anywhere, and VANIER's defense was absolutely swarming that time. Kick to the corner. Tournier with the left-handed finish. Darko turns the corner, picks up the dribble, now in trouble, top side, resetting. Shot is blocked by alley-oop. Joseph Jamin now kicks it ahead. Alley-oop down inside, but losing the handle was Manset Lanning. If Lenny's fingertips were just, a half an inch longer, he might have been able to hold on to that ball.
I also think, and again, like Chance said, I'm just going to echo her at this point. Once they find spots they like and positions they like, they just need to sit in it and give themselves the ability to get a better play out of it.
Tristan Darko Drains the three. And a good defensive effort there from William Academy. Knocked that ball out of bounds. Lenny on the inbound pass. Gets it to Jamin. Jamin picks up the dribble, dishes it inside. Randy back to the basket, turns and drains the jumper. Inbound pass intercepted, but then given away and getting right back. Randy. Aliou, top side. Shooters in the corner. It's Lenny. Attacks baseline. Elevates. Extra pass. Randy working on three white jerseys ahead of the pack. And a easy lay-in for Progress Imafadion. Jamin eyes up his defender. Give and go. Shot from deep. Side iron. And unable to be kept alive. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Jamin. Slowly over the timeline. Oliogu to the near side here. Imafidon back to the far side. Darko from distance, no. Last touch by William Academy. Vanier ball, baseline out of bounds. 5:11 remaining in the half. 25-11 in favor of William Academy. Aliou now working on Oliogu. Lalonde to the near side. Zegliastro kicks it to the far side. Aliou now working down, coughed up, out on the run. Darko off the backboard, two-handed jam. Efiosa Oliogu. That's nasty.
This is high school, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I think so, right?
I mean, no high school that I ever went to.
Say, my high school was not like this.
Lalonde finds the back cut. Foul going up and heading to the line is Shinzanga Randy.
When I was in high school, we had these things called layups. And I think right now they're turning it into dunk lines rather than layup lines. I don't know.
If you got it, flaunt it.
I was going to say, it's just, this is the stuff we're used to seeing at like NCAA, OUA level, like collegiate level. It's just not something I'm used to really seeing in high school.
The future of hoops is here.
It's expanding, that's for sure.
Should be shooting two here. There's a little bit of confusion on the floor. On the near side now, Nuga with the handoff to Miguel Hunt. Far side, it's Darko attacking the paint. Kicks it to the corner, shots up a little too strong. Vanier now on the run. Oliogu intercepts that pass. Thought about the three, instead takes it down, and foul called on number 14, Joe Lucas Segliastro. Timeout, Vanier. Gonna talk things over. I'm still replaying that off the backboard alley-oop to Efiosa Oliogu in my head. .403 remaining in the half. 27-13, 14-point lead now for William Academy. That lead has ballooned behind some great play from Tristan Darko and Ifeosa Oliogu. So another great day of hoops. Here at Bill Crothers. One more day tomorrow. If you're in the Markham area, come and check out these players for yourself. I mean, it's different in person than what it could possibly be on your screens at home. The way William Academy is playing, definitely worth the price of admission. Oliogu from the free throw line, good on the first. You know, and he's somebody you kind of look at immediately as like an MVP front runner. From his highlights yesterday, the way that you see him move on the court today, both sides of the ball. He's big, he's physical, he's got handles, he can shoot. He's pieced it all together, and he's aiming to make his team better. Looking for the chip. Swallowed up there on the side. Vanier, look at that defense. Finds the open shooter a little short. Rebound corralled and given up to Oliogu. Steps into a three. Oliogu, front iron. Rebound, Lalonde. And here's Vanier slowing it down. Tournier into the key. Randy gives it back to Tournier, who promptly drills the three from the top side. 12-point game, under 3.5 remaining in the second quarter.
Looks like Vanier have fallen back into his zone defense.
Let's see whether or not William Academy can figure that one out. Cabella doesn't get the bounce, swatted out. Segliastro hounded there, gets it to Lalonde over the timeline. Picks up the dribble, finds Randy. Base cut again. The pass just too hot to handle for Lenny. That's two well-timed base cuts by Manset Lenny, who couldn't corral the pass from the teammate. Jason Ebinu-Molis back into the game as Manset Lenny catches a breather. Miguel Hunt playing pass with Sam Nuga. Trust Odia back to Hunt. Oliogu on the top side. Hunt takes the three. Hunt drains the three. Lalonde, quick pass. Gets it right back. Far side now. Segliastro into the corner. Coughed up. It's not just the head coach for William Academy, also the assistant coaches getting in on the court almost for coaching their players. Here's Oliogu. Nice pass inside. A no-look pass. Tough take. Tournier there to swallow up the rebound. His pass almost intercepted. Bounce pass the other way. Tournier shoots the three. Misses everything, and that goes out of bounds. There was pressure there by Oliogu.
You know in football how they have what we call like the get back coach?
Yep.
Where it's almost like you have someone just to pull the head coach back because he gets so involved in the game he feels like he's in it. That's the energy that I'm getting right now from the William Academy coaching staff. It's just they're so immersed in the game that I think sometimes they forget that they're not actively playing, but they're dedicated to say the least.
Cabella off the iron, off the stanchion, out of bounds. Segliastro heads out, and Lenny back into the game. Lalonde accepts the inbound pass, kicks it up to Tournier, back to Lalonde, ahead to Lenny, and another pass that Lenny can't corral because it's too out of his area of coverage.
They're trying to push the ball so much, but every time they're turning it over.
A minute 26 left in the first half. Nuga distributing the ball. Tipped. Foul's going to be called. There's no over and back as the ball was tipped by Vanier. Side out William Academy, 9 seconds on the shot clock. And there will be a timeout on the floor. It is a 16-point lead now for William Academy in the nightcap game here at the 2024 OSBA Fall Showcase. JJ Evison alongside Sydney Holmes, and we've had a slew of guests join us up here in the broadcast booth today, each so giving of their time and their answers and their, what they've shared with us and their journeys. It'll be, a pleasure to watch them throughout the season and keep tabs on their growth and how their teams do. All of them putting the team before themselves.
Every single time, even when we ask pointed questions on where do you see yourself at the end of the season, goals you had, personal goals you had, every single one of them almost said, if we win as a team, then I looked at as a personal victory.
And that comes from coaching and, parenting, good parenting, and siblings who have gone through the game, obviously, and understand the approach.
Well, and I think you kind of hit the nail on the head with, like, family and foundation. We have a lot of supporters who have come out all day today to support not only the team that they have one of their family members on, but also going to watch, like, the boys' school or the women's program or the men's program. Like, everybody's here to support each other, which is great.
The shot clock never started. Doesn't matter because the three's down from Cabella. Lenny to the far side. Alley-oop intercepted. And here comes William Academy again. Nuga on the near side. Gives it up. Topside three's wide open. Dribble step to the left. Miguel Hunt, no. Here's Vanier. The attempted interception from Miguel Hunt results in a foul.
I don't know if anybody noticed that, but the ref got hops. He jumped up to the mesh.
I saw it.
That's not an easy feat. That's a tall net.
Inbound pass. Lalonde accepts. Double screen high. Working back to the left. Shooter's in the corner. Working into the paint. Bounce pass. Saved, but given right to the opponent, and somehow Vanier was able to scoop it back up. A little giveaway action there. Under 30 seconds remaining in the opening half. Substitution, no substitution. The first shot good from Aliou. The second, the same results. Nuga's going to take it up the far side. Back into the middle. Shot clock and game clock are somehow at the same time. I'm pretty sure there was 29 seconds to begin. And now the shot clock's set to 24. Either way, Nuga being hounded. Gives it up. Oliogu. 5 seconds left. Pull up Jimmy. Mid-range. No. Who's running it out? Hunt the other way. Shot is up, but no good. And at the end of the half, 35-18 in favor of William Academy, the new look team in the OSBA, showing up, showing out, playing fast, playing big, and asserting dominance here. We'll step aside for halftime and bring you 16 more minutes of action from Bill Crothers Secondary School. The 2024 OSBA Showcase rolls on after this. William Academy lead 35-18 and get the ball to start the second half of the nightcap here at the 2024 OSBA Fall Showcase. Samuel Nuga accepts the inbound pass, working on the lawn. Now to Darko inside. That one given away. Oliogu. Tournier coughs it right back up. Oliogu ahead of the pack, two-handed jam, and the entirety of the William Academy bench up to celebrate that one. Jeremy Lalonde working back to the middle, finds a lane inside, 1-2 step and elevates. A couple of red jerseys collapsing in for the rebound, and here comes William Academy again. Keeping and taking was Genovi Cabella. Lalonde again working into the middle. Needs a screen, hands it off. Tournier. Foul's going to be called. It's going to go on Ifeosa Oliogu for the reach-in foul. It's Lenny. Quick inbound pass. Lalonde has three white jerseys, stays patient, and gets the easy two.
Way to fight for better positioning, because most people probably would have just gone up and tried to draw the foul, but composure that he had just to take a second.
Nuga attacks downhill. That one off the back of the iron. Last touched by Jeremy Lalonde, and William Academy get possession again. Finds a lane baseline. That's a tough attempt to keep Cabella. Will head to the free throw line for two. Trying to squeeze through two defenders there. Got a little contact on the hip.
It's always hard when you have a player coming from baseline to come up to get a better angle on the basket. But what Cabella did very well was splitting the defense. So that way, regardless, one of them is going to have to kind of reach and follow. But the problem is if I was the defender, I'm just going to stand straight up and not follow, because either way he's moving, so the shot's already going to be off balance. So I'd rather take the risk of it not going in than me reaching in and giving him a foul.
Lead now 21 for William Academy. Randy ahead. Lenny travels. And the whole gym calling out that one. Oliogu over the timeline. Slowly gives it up to Nuga. Nuga showing some handles. Ball is up and out of the hands of Cabella. Short rims it into the hands of Aliou. And now Lalonde right in the middle. Time and space into the corner. Lenny gives it right back to Randy. And they'll reset with Lalonde at the top. Nice find, spin move. Fading away, no good. Right there is Randy putting his head into the chest of the defender, able to stick with it. But away comes William Academy again. Oliogu has two to beat. Instead, finds a teammate and mauled under the basket. And so William Academy back to the line, and the foul goes on Diouf Aliou. Good recognition there by Ifeosa Oliogu that he had three Vanier players with their attention on him. Finds a teammate under the basket and back to the free throw line.
Well, I know we mentioned it earlier, and especially when we were able to kind of talk to him earlier, his composure and ability to make high IQ decisions at a fast rate is honestly what's allowing him to truly cement himself as a true leader on this team.
An 0 for 2 trip that time. Rebound snatched up. Ebinou Molis gives it to Lalonde. Resetting at the top. Tournier to the far side. Ebinou Molis dances with it. And watch out, no one in front of Ifeosa Oliogu for the windmill dunk. And Vanier call a timeout. Man, this kid is something to watch.
It's almost,
You seem unfazed.
well, this is my thing, right? I always like to think of how do you guard something like that? You don't.
You can't.
You can either already be there and have him just simply jump over you. You can be there already and draw the foul,
He'll get around you.
right? Or you can just kind of slow up a little bit, let the dunk happen, grab the ball and inbound it, and keep going.
I mean, that's the best decision on that play. But the way he jumped the gap, it was out on the run.
Yes.
I mean, he saw the play 2 seconds before everybody else.
I'll also say, too, with the force that he's dunking the ball, I would not want to get in the way of that. Purely from a safety standpoint, if I'm being honest. Not even if I'm going to try to take a charge or anything, no. Because like you said, he could Euro step, go around. Like, there's truly no point. I think just maybe running behind him and applying that pressure, maybe just mentally, but he seems so comfortable with that play. Like, he's getting fancy with the dunks.
In-game windmill dunk.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is a showcase tournament. Ifeosa Uliogu showcasing his skills.
Also, I always think when you dunk, doesn't that hurt? Like, doesn't the rim hit your forearm?
Don't know.
I've
Never dunked.
Right? I've never dunked. But in my mind, it's like the more force you come down on it, it's bound to hurt.
You'd think so. Here's Vanier into the front half. Ball hits the scorer's table. Last touched by William Academy. So red ball on the side out. Jamin swallowed up at the timeline. Aliou into the corner. Lenny, extra pass. Tournier. Lenny on the back cut again. They don't see him this time. Aliou gets the jimmy as he fades. Here's Sam Nuga. Over to Darko, down into the corner. Darko, top side three. Off the front of the iron. Tournier picks it up. Coughs it up. Uliogu, another jam after an interception. This kid's got 6 eyes. Cross-court pass. Tournier into the corner. More active hands. Nuga getting the deflection that time. Another pass. Uliogu this time just the easy lay-in. Maybe it does hurt. His arms are getting sore.
Right? There's no way it doesn't hurt.
Tournier taking it. Going for the right-handed scoop finish. Not there. Nuga up the court. Waiting for somebody to get open. It's down low. Nice finish that time on the entry pass. And William Academy showing they are a team that needs to be taken seriously. Lenny coughs it up, gets it right back. Down low, mid-range jumper, back iron. Uliogu pressing ahead. Darko trying to Euro step in, no call made there. Gets his own rebound. That's a dangerous place to land. And getting a couple of hits while he's on the floor is Ludovic Tournier. Grabbing his head now, think he'll get to his feet and be okay, but that was an unfortunate series of events for him.
It's always worrisome when you see one player on the ground, but obviously the play has to kind of continue, and luckily nobody got injured there.
And Ludovic Tournier will head to the bench alongside Manset Lenny. Segliastro back into the game, as is Ba. Aliou gives it up. Ebidou Molis back to Aliou, but turned over. And now it's Cameron Ewers. He's going to slow things down. Far side now. Nuga working into the key. Gives it to the shooter on the near side. Trust Odia with the three. Foul called. Grab on the arm from Sam Nuga on Jason Ebinu Molis as he was going up for the shot. So a shooting foul here. 3:03 remaining in the third quarter. It's a 30-point lead now. William Academy ahead. First one off the iron and out.
We talked earlier about bench participation, and we just saw a prime example of that. Darko on the bench could completely check out if he wanted to, but instead pulls over his teammate, ODA, and just tells him, he said, hey, on that last play, this would have been a better place for you to be. Gives him feedback. That way he can excel while he's on the floor. That's a true teammate, and that's true selfless basketball. And we're seeing that the entire time from William Academy at this point.
A little congestion down low. Turned right back over, and then again, you got to take care of the ball. Quick pass, it's a 3-on-1, and just too many options forces Diouf Aliou into a travel. Good defense and way to make yourself big there, Tristan Darko. Scratch that. Trust Odia with the defensive stop.
I think I messed you up because I did say Tristan Darko. He was
no,
giving him advice.
You said he was on the bench.
Yeah, but it's okay. I'll take that one.
Missed shot. Vanier's out on the run. Jamin working into the middle, finds a lane, swallowed up. Imafidon gives it to a teammate. That one too strong. Two white jerseys fall it back down. Shot is up and off the mark. Rebound swallowed up by Ebinu Molis. Zegliastro has one to beat, gets into the lane. Well contested. And from coast to coast, Trust Odia goes all the way and absorbs some contact. He'll go to the free throw line with 1:40 remaining in the third quarter.
There's a lot of solo basketball coming from Vanier right now, and William Academy, they're the epitome of team basketball. More often than not, you're seeing when they go down on offense, unless given they have a fast break, every single person is getting their hand on the ball. They're doing a full rotation. With Vanier right now, they'll try one pass and cut. After that, the point guard will dribble it to the top, or whoever has the ball will dribble it to the top and will drive in. Right now, it's not working. I would like to see them incorporate their team more, continue that pass and cut rotation. Don't just do it to one side and kind of call it quits. Continue that. Keep the rotation up.
Odia is good from the line there. Vanier over the timeline. Ebinu Molis gives it back up to Jamin. Far side, Aliou. As he turned, the reach in from Ifeosa Oliogu, well timed to knock it out of bounds. A trio of substitutions for Vanier. It's nice to see Tournier back on the floor after taking a couple hits on the ground. Manset Lenny as well as Shinzaga Randy. Lenny, quick pass, tries to get it back, but again, great hands in the passing lanes. Not too sure what Lenny can do here. And that's a turnover.
You said it, JD. There wasn't much that he could do. He passed him the ball with 3 William Academy players on him. There's at that point, there's nothing you can do.
David Williams over the timeline. Gives it up, moves into the paint. The handoff now, and the whip pass, Oliogu. Gives it right back. That's gonna be they're gonna talk about it. One ref had a charge, one ref had a block. As Shinzanga Randy comes up, grabbing a sensitive area. It is going to be a charge. A minute 7 remaining in the third quarter, 54-23 in favor of William Academy. Vanier. Joseph Jamin now over the timeline. Great hands-on defense that time. David Williams unable to come away with the strip. In progress, Mafidon called for the reach in that time. Manset Lenny finds Tournier. Tournier, nice pass to Lalonde. Gets two defenders in the air, but travels, shuffling his feet. So one too many pump fakes. Faked himself out.
I also think, yeah, the excitement kind of got a hold of him because he's like, oh, I got the one, I got the two.
How many guys can I fake out?
Right?
Timeout on the floor. Both teams going to talk this over, how to execute the final 48.3 seconds of the nightcap game here at the 2024 OSBA Fall Showcase. Thanks for either tuning in now or being with us all day or coming and going. We appreciate the views. A lot of great talent on display here at Bill Crothers Secondary School. Again, it's J.J. Evison alongside Sydney Holmes for the entirety of the weekend, getting to know some of the new players, getting to catch up with some of the faces that have been in the league for quite some time. Coaches and, people around Ontario basketball really make this feel like a community. A growing community that, has a lot of respect and, a deep appreciation for competitive basketball.
I think it also demands more of its athletes. It's forcing them day in and day out to naturally play at a higher level. So that way, when they do make it to the next level, we've seen all the success stories that the OSBA has kind of developed over the years, they're able to excel and they're able to perform well.
Some of those success stories include Aaliyah Edwards, Toby Fournier, more recently coming from that Crestwood Prep squad and moving into the NCAA. That shot off the mark by Oliogu. Nice step through dish pass and able to complete the play that time. Trust Odia as time continues to tick away. Oh, Manset Lenny out on the run. Completes the lay-in. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Oliogu dribbles it off the defender, then off himself and out of bounds. 5.7 left. Vanier with a chance for more points before the expiration of the third quarter. Tristan Darko checks in for the final defensive possession. Lalonde, far side, no one there. Steps into a three. He is fouled. And there's no getting around that one as Jeremy Lalonde heads to the free throw line. Shooting three. The second drops. One more shot, and then 1.3 seconds on the clock for William Academy. That one off the iron. Oliogu puts it up and misses everything. 30-point lead at the end of three quarters. 8 more minutes of basketball to be played here on this beautiful Saturday night, September 28th, from Bill Crothers Secondary School in Markham, where we've spent a lot of time this weekend.
Yep. It's the final quarter of the day. Lots of basketball. But the nice thing is a lot of the teams aren't blending together because we're noticing there's a tremendous amount of different play styles.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Which I will say, as a viewer and watching and commentating on it, that makes our job a lot easier because we're able to remember more of the players because of how individual they are.
Last night I went home and made a list of the impact players from day one. Going to do the same tonight. There are a lot of names that are going to make that list, and people I'm going to keep tabs on, looking for the box scores throughout the entirety of the season. When I can get to the games, of course, we will.
That's the exciting part, too, is now they're all kind of together in the same place over the weekend. As we all know, once the regular season starts, a lot of these guys won't really see each other again, whether it be until there's a crossover period or closer towards the finals. The Quebec teams, more often than not, they're completely separate. So it's nice to be able to have this opportunity to really see everybody together at once. As the season gets on, it's so busy that sometimes it's hard to really follow everybody, but on the OSBA website, there will be obviously the full roster, but you can kind of keep up the tabs on everybody.
Vanier with the first offensive possession. Nice spin move into the lane and a foul on the arm. Trust Odia is going to be called for contact on Shinzanga Randy. Randy at the line for 2. Misses the first. Almost a lane violation there, and they will call the lane violation on Trust Odia because Randy faked everybody out on the dribble, dribble again. He can laugh it off, that's okay.
I will say I have a similar free throw style. It's gotten a few people.
Misses again. And Lenny does a great job to give his team another offensive look. A for effort on the play. Lalonde on the near side. Steps inside the three-point line, bottoms the 2. Oliogu calmly over the timeline. Wants the screen, finds a teammate in the middle, pass to the outside, one more pass, baseline, works its way back to Odia, and then outside again, nothing there. Good job resetting and trying to find somebody who's open. Nice pass, baseline floater, no. Manset Lenny collects the loose ball, pushing the pace. Shot is up, Tournier no good, rebound Odia. David Williams now moving forward. Oliogu, cross court, gets it right back. Shot is up, nothing but nylon for Ifeosa Oliogu. Lalonde gets past the first line of defense, picks up the dribble, needs help, finds help in Randy. Gets it right back to Lalonde. The entry pass, good. Manset Lenny can't finish the play, but there to scoop up the second chance opportunity was Jamin. Doesn't get it to go. Oliogu ahead. Euro stepping and using the glass was Tristan Darko. Good ball movement this time, Vanier. Left open, good help defense, better offense by Randy. Oliogu wants the ball, gives it up to Williams. Darko, deep 3, that's iron and out. Rebound snatched up by Lenny. Here's Lalonde to Lenny. Lenny's got a lane, waited a little too long. Foul's gonna be called on the charge because Tristan Darko got over with his feet set.
He streaked in quick. I didn't think he was going to get there in time because when Lenny had the ball on the corner, he was close to the foul line. I honestly didn't think he'd be able to get over in time, but his feet were set. Fantastic way to get a charge there.
Well, that slight hesitation is all you need to have your opportunity taken away from you. And Manset Lenny didn't realize how much space was ahead of him. Turnover on the inbound pass as Nuga comes grabbing his right ankle. It was such a quick play, not too sure who made contact. Obviously, Lalonde came away with the ball.
He actually, unfortunately, slipped. When Darko fell, the wet spot that was created on the ground, he slipped over the spot.
No. And a non-contact injury is one of the worst injuries there is in the league, in the game, I should say. And you can see people inspecting the floor now. And Sam Nuga has performed quite well today. Opened the scoring for William Academy, gets his teammates involved, good ball handler.
Yeah, it's nobody's fault. It's just one of those unfortunate situations. But when you're playing as hard as these guys are, and obviously naturally your body's going to hit the floor, spots are going to get created.
Yeah, he looks like he's in quite some discomfort here. So we, hope for, good news on the diagnosis and hopefully a speedy recovery. Big part of this William Academy team. So ever since Vanier slowed their game down, just like Chansberry said, they've been able to get into some good looks. Obviously, they are getting more chances with those back cuts underneath on the baseline, but the passing just not that crisp.
Yes, the passing, it's honestly, they're overshooting it. It's not so much that it's ever been trailing the player, it's that they're passing it so hard that they're not able to get to where the ball is.
A lot of the heavy lifting done by Tournier and Aliou and Lalonde. Obviously, Mansett Lenny trying to get involved. Just hasn't been able to find his rhythm in this 7:30 tip. 5:43 remains, 61-32. William Academy out front. And now the message to the teams must be, continue to play hard, but also play consciously of, where people are on the floor and just be mindful. Nuga helped to his feet now to a loud round of applause. Getting helped off the court by his teammates and everybody coming to, soak up some of that moisture. As we get ready to continue action of the fourth quarter. Last made basket coming from the hands of Jeremy Lalonde. And so William Academy, baseline out of bounds on the defensive side. All right, Vanier scored as Samuel Nuga was down on the ground, so it should be William Academy ball.
It should be their inbound. Because, yeah, Vanier scored, he collected the ball off the inbound pass and just slipped, and that was where the injury happened.
Well, no, the inbound pass was intercepted.
Yes.
Right, by Lalonde, who put it back, and then as the ball went through the hoop, they blew the whistle for the injury.
Yes, absolutely correct.
I'm assuming they counted the score. 61-32 tells me they did. The officials going to get together, talk about it, and yes, in fact, white ball. Oliogu out on the run. Slowing it down now. Guarded closely by Mansett Lenny. Inching closer to Oliogu. First step. And smart play by Oliogu to not touch the ball for the over and back. Because he knows his defense is going to create havoc. Lalonde stuck at the timeline. Now that's a heads-up play. Randy throws it off his opponent and out of bounds. With 7 seconds, 14 seconds on the shot clock. This shot clock has a mind of its own.
It does.
Is it 10?
I don't know.
10 now
there
on the shot clock. Here we go. Right down low, Aliou. Trying to back up Oliogu. Tournier, bottom. Oliogu now gets by Lenny, and Lenny reached in, a little too much contact. And he knows he deserved that one.
It's funny. We've been seeing it a lot from players this weekend. It's like they make a mistake. They're like, oh, yeah, they like, pat their chest and raise their hand. Like, yep, that was me. Well, I hope it was. I don't know if it was anybody else.
Deep three, Darko off the side of the iron. It falls out of bounds. Vanier possession. Lalonde back to accept the inbound pass. Pushing the pace, Aliou now on the left-hand side. Gives it up. Randy picks up the dribble. He's in trouble. Finds Lenny. Lalonde now. Down on the block. Randy. Nice pass inside. Elevating, using the backboard. Aliou. Patience is a virtue. Cabella. Darko now inside, back out to Cabella, who's going to attack the paint. Tries to get his defender to bite on the hesitation. No, kicks it to the corner. Shot is up and good. Another 3 points for William Academy. Lalonde dancing at the timeline. Works downhill behind the back. Into traffic. Ball kept alive. Second chance opportunity for Vanier. Picking it up is Randy. Lalonde, lots of time, takes a shot, gives it back, cross court. Aliou makes the step in. Foul called, side out. And Ifeosa Oliogu checks out at the 3-minute mark. You got to think that's the last we've seen of him tonight.
We mentioned it yesterday, but ankles are one of the hardest injuries, especially when it's more of a tweak or a bend, because the return time from that is just exponentially longer.
Absolutely. Lalonde snipes that pass, keeps it the whole way. Final dump off, but a few white jerseys coming back for the block. Instead, contact on the arm, and Diouf Aliou will head to the free throw line shooting 2. And Tristan Darko heads to the bench for William Academy. You got to think that's the last we've seen of him tonight as well. A couple of great performances like Oliogu and Darko. First free throw misses from Aliou. Aliou good on the second, as we have another substitution for William Academy. Miguel Hunt across the timeline. Good communication on defense for Vanier. Hunt keeps the dribble alive, elevates, and absorbs some contact on the way up from Jason Ebinou-Molis. It's Hunt at the free throw line, making the first of 2. The second rattles in as well. Lalonde pushing the pace. Tournier and Lalonde playing give and go. Lalonde now hands it off. Ebinou-Molis met at the top. But there's going to be a foul on the play. Progress Imafidon called.
Vanier have, I will give them credit. They've been able to adapt their play style. They're really allowing themselves to rely on that backdoor pass, the pass cut fill, and it is working for them. It's just the unfortunate part was that they didn't really get into it.
It took too long.
It took too long to get into it, to be honest. Like they're not really applying it until I would say maybe the 8-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. But at that point, William Academy already had their set offenses going. They were making baskets, making shots. It's a little bit too little too late, unfortunately. Again, 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. I don't want to say anything's impossible, but with the way the score is kind of going right now, I would say it's pretty much done and dusted in terms of a comeback, or at least a major comeback. But that doesn't mean that they can get complacent. I still want to see them finish it out strong and rely on the set plays that they have here.
There's a good defensive possession. Knocked out of bounds. Ludovic Tournier not giving up quite yet. You got to play to the final whistle. Ball finds its way into the front court. Trust Odia dances with it near the timeline, working on Lenny. Now into the corner. Baseline, dribbled off the foot and out of bounds. Miguel Hunt turns the ball over. 2:05 remains, 66-41. William Academy ahead. Lalonde wants it, gives it up to Tournier. Quick pass, Ebinou Molis. And contact on the arm from the backside.
William Academy bench, as soon as both players fell, you can hear echoes saying, wipe the floor, wipe the floor. They'd rather not have it happen to anybody again. What happened to one of their own?
Nuga, yeah, he's got a big ice bag on that right ankle there. Trying to decrease whatever swelling may have occurred after taking off the shoe.
I know we mentioned this quite a bit yesterday, but as well, with ankle injuries, I know as athletes, we're so eager to kind of come back into play.
All you want to do is play.
Exactly. That I think we have a tendency to maybe rush ourselves back in. And with ankle injuries, I know people are so notorious for coming back earlier than they probably should. But, I mean, how many people nowadays you see playing with tape on their ankles or knee braces? It becomes so common, but it's more noticeable with the amount of basketball that these guys are playing.
You got to keep your body in peak condition if you're going to play basketball as much as these players do, and that comes down to, nutrition and exercise. Obviously, there's a big mental component too, mindfulness and being prepared to deal with these types of things.
Well, and if I'm not mistaken, Isaiah Thomas was very clear in saying that he has to stretch before every game. He will wake up at least 2 hours earlier before every game. He has to stretch, and
he
then
came in here. He had ice on his knees,
Yeah,
talking about eating porridge, drinking tea. I'm not convinced he's a high schooler. He just doesn't age.
It's more of an older soul.
For
is
sure,
kind of the vibe
he's
I was
definitely an
getting.
old soul.
Like, I mean, not to say that I didn't. I probably could have. I wish I stretched more, honestly, to be honest, when I was playing back then. But the need to have to do it is interesting because for most of these guys, you will not catch them stretching unless it's in training or like leading into the game. Very few of them will actually have a set time where they wake up like 2 hours earlier, find time to stretch, and then come here and do more.
Stretching is probably the only thing I do. I mean, I play, softball and basketball, but yoga and meditation are just the 1-2 punch for me. I don't like going to the gym and lifting weights. I'll go for a run outside on a nice day. Swimming is great as well. But I prefer the team sport atmosphere, right?
Yeah.
I'll spend all Sunday in the gym, running and sweating and playing hoops. You have to drag me out sometimes. But the way that you get tired after a good game of basketball, oh man, I miss that.
Full body workout.
Oh, it's great. Final 1:30 remaining. Nice back cut and finish. Beautiful give and go. Results in another 2 points for William Academy. Here's Lalonde. Gives it up to Lenny, right back to Lalonde on the handoff. Defense leads to offense. Out on the run, man set Lenny. Getting back to swallow up the loose ball. Tournier keeps left hand no good. Second chance opportunity, that no good as well. Ball finds its way to the hands of Jason Ebinou Molis, and he gets it up to Lenny. Under a minute remaining. Corner. Three is up. Tournier, no. Another offensive rebound for Vanier. 3 straight offensive rebounds. Jeremy Lalonde gives it up. Tournier back downhill. That one misses as well, just escapes off the rim. Travel called being a little too fancy. Was Trust Odia a little behind the back dribble as he felt pressure coming from the backside. A few Vanier players with the loud stomps. Jace Spencer checks in. And so does Caleb Smith for William Academy for the final 35.6. Lalonde up the right-hand side. Guarded by David Williams. Lalonde gets the step, gets downhill. Williams gets the loose ball, gives it up. Tournier gets the hoop and the harm. 20.4 left. 3-point opportunity for Ludovic Tournier. Nothing but nylon on the free throw, 20.4. Will William Academy dribble it out? No, they cough it up. One pass, right-handed finish for Ebinu Molis. And now it's Caleb Smith working down the right-hand side. And there's going to be a foul called on Jeremy Lalonde for the push, 6.8. All William Academy have to do is inbound the ball. Easier said than done. And they do. And it appears as though time will expire. Jace Spencer holds on to the final possession, and that wraps up our Saturday here at Bill Crothers Secondary. Sydney, final thoughts to close out the broadcast.
William Academy had the composure from the beginning, and it was truly their game to lose. Some positives, though, for Vanier. They had flashes of some really strong, concrete offensive basketball. Defense was pretty much there the entire time. It was just William Academy kind of had a lot of fast breaks. But I really think if Vanier is going to look at this tape and kind of rewatch and look back at it, I would focus more so on the second half. They really kind of came alive. It was just, unfortunately, at that point, it was a bit too late to kind of make an impact. Exactly.
Well wishes being sent to Sam Nuga of William Academy. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate the eyeballs on this growing sport here in Canada and specifically in Ontario. We've got some great talent, as was highlighted today. We'll catch you on the broadcast tomorrow starting at 9 a.m. all the way through closer to 6 p.m. Thanks so much. Enjoy your Saturday night